Hello, we're back.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the BuyBot Pro training session. We're just going to give it a little bit of time because I can see people are joining. Feel free to say hi in the chat. Let us know where you're from. I'll do a little intro in a minute, but I'll just give it a second to see if anyone else is going to be joining us. It's always nice to hear where everyone's from. Hi, Beck. We've got quite a few people on, but we might still be waiting for some. Hello, Mary Lou. Good morning. Oh, from Texas. Okay. I was going to say good morning.
Yeah.
Hi, Nico. Thanks for joining us today. All the numbers are still going up, so we'll give it a little.
Nice. Welcome everyone who's just joined.
Oh, a few from the UK. Hi, Robin, Paul, Steve.
We're going to get anybody from Florida today.
I know. Florida always seems to crop up, doesn't it? And then we get jealous of the nice weather. Hi, Catherine from the Philippines. Oh, you might win the prize today. And Lydia from Mississippi. Oh, we're global today.
We are.
The numbers still going up.
Yeah.
So just give it a few more seconds. So I'm Kaylee, and I'm joined today by Holly and Matt. Holly, you will probably recognise. She's our kind of stalwart. You're always here. And then we've got Matt joining us today as well, or Matt C, should I call you?
Yeah.
So people don't get confused. Hi, everyone. I can see more people joining us. Oh, we have got Jane from Florida. More from the Philippines and China as well, and Chris from the Wirral. And Ruby. All the numbers are still going up. Right, so how this is going to work, guys, is we'll just show you some videos to do with the features and pre-recorded videos. And then feel free at any point to pop questions in the chat or anything you want to know. And then in between each video, we'll come back to you and we'll look at any questions and just go from there, really. Oh, I can still see people joining. Tim from the UK.
Today, place to be.
I know. Jewel from the Philippines. Hi, Paul. Oh, Tim, yeah, UK, but probably for the last time. You might join us from somewhere more exotic next time.
Yeah.
Hi, Karen. Great. Oh, they're still coming in. I was about to go to a video.
Just give everybody a little bit of time to join so that they don't miss any bits.
Hi, Matt. Hi, Craig. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. I think we're going to start with a video which is something new that only got added to BuyBot Pro yesterday. So some of you might not have even noticed it yet, depending on whether you've looked. So we'll probably start with that one. What do you reckon? Should we get started?
Yeah, I think.
Matt saying slops. Or do I have to call you slops? Matt C.
Everyone will think we've gone mad if we start calling him slops.
Yeah. Let's not encourage everyone to pick that up.
Paul says Worcester's exotic. Sorry, Paul. I didn't mean anything by it. And Josh and Rolando, we're still going up.
They're from the Philippines.
We've got lots of people from far away joining us today. Worcester is exotic, yeah. I haven't actually been, so I can't say for sure. Okay, should we get started? So as I said, we're going to show you some videos, talk through some of the features in BuyBot Pro, and then we'll come back to you guys. So pop any questions that you've got in the chat, and let's go for the first video. See you in a minute.
Catch you in a minute.
Okay, so this is super exciting. This is a brand new feature to go into BuyBot Pro as of yesterday. So basically, if you are buying a product from overseas, so you're not paying VAT, so obviously you're not able to claim that VAT back, we now have the buy price VAT override button. So you'll see this here. Obviously, if you hover over, you've got a tooltip which tells you that it's the buy price VAT percentage override. So all you would need to do is click that button. Let's say you're going to put 0 in here because you're not paying VAT. You'll see underneath it is then calculated £30, which is my buy price, plus no VAT, and it says 35. So I can go ahead and click that analyze button. BuyBot Pro is going to work its magic and give me all of that amazing data and information to do with this product, but I have been able to override that VAT on the buy price. So let me just show you, for example, I'm going to put in 5 just to illustrate. It will then show you that it's £28.57 plus £1.43 VAT, which then equals my £30 buy price. I know a lot of you are going to be super excited about this because it's something that you've been asking for. So here it is. It's now in BuyBot Pro, which is the buy price VAT percentage override. Back to me and Holly.
We're back. So exciting. I know a lot of people were asking for that, so it's really good that we've managed to get it in there for you guys. I don't know if you've seen it. If you haven't, definitely take a look after the call. Nico, get the popcorn out. That's really funny. Craig just started using BuyBot Pro and finding it very useful. That's really good to know. Thanks for letting us know. Definitely drop us a message if you've got any questions or anything. And if anyone's got any questions, anyone else has got any questions, pop them in the chat. Yeah, so that new feature is great, isn't it? Because that allows you to change the VAT percentage on just the buy price, whereas the other VAT override that we have, that allows you to change the buy price and the sell price and the VAT rate that's set at. So super helpful.
Shortest film. It was quite a short one. Don't worry, the rest will definitely be longer. Paulina saying great feature. Yeah, really great feature. People will find that really useful, I'm sure. So I guess that's quite a short one. So maybe we can just move on to the next video. What should we go for next? Should we do buy box statistics, do you think?
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking the chat. Oh, Craig, I have support teams very responsive. That's good to know, Craig. We are always here to help you. We'll drop the email in the chat at some point as well, just so you guys know who you can email if you've got any questions. But for now, we will go to the next video. We'll see you in a minute.
See you in a minute.
Okay, so in this video, I'm going to talk about the buy box statistics table. This is a fairly new addition to BuyBot Pro and something that I know a lot of you were super excited about, just to show you kind of how that buy box has been shared out essentially. So it sits just underneath the BuyBot Pro charts on the Amazon product page. You can choose the amount of days that you want to look at the data for. So you'll see here you've got 30, 90, 180 and 365 days as well. So the column on the left is the percentage of the buy box that has been won by that specific seller in that row, and you'll see here obviously the top one is Amazon, and then we've got some other ones coming down. So of course the name of the seller is the second column, and if you also click through, you can then visit their storefront. Now this is a really good opportunity for some reverse sourcing, so you can then see all of the products that that seller is selling. The manual source accelerator opens on the right hand side, so quick and easy if you want to then take a look at any of those other products. Really good opportunity for you to potentially find some more products that will be profitable that you can sell. So let's come back to the buy box statistics table. The third column is then an indicator of whether that seller is an FBA seller. So if there's a tick in the box, then that means they are a fulfilled by Amazon seller. You've then got the rating and the review count columns. So the rating is essentially the percentage of positive feedback that that seller has, and then the review count is obviously how many reviews they have had. So that's super useful information to know, and it's information that's also in the competition analysis, but we thought really useful for you to have it in here as well. Coming along, you have then got the last one column. So this tells you the date and time that that specific seller last won the buy box, and then the last column is the time period since they last won it. So you'll see some of these say 3 days ago, 6 days ago, you've got 10 hours ago, and you've also got just now as well. So that tells you when they last won it, so how long ago since they last won the buy box. Super useful information. You'll see here I've got only 6 entries, so it's all on one page, but there's 10 on a page generally. If you have more than that, it might split over more than one page, and you would just use this to scroll through them. You'll see that it's also sorted by the percentage of the buy box that they've won. So the highest is at the top at 61%, which in this case is Amazon, and then you've got the 1% and the less than 1% coming down at the bottom here. So you'll see at the top they are the ones that have had the buy box the largest percentage of that time. So that is the buy box statistics table. Like I said, super useful, really good to see how that buy box has been shared out. Back to me and Holly.
We're back. Another great addition, fairly recent addition to BuyBot Pro that lots of people are asking about, the BuyBot statistics, really useful. I know a lot of people were kind of waiting for that to hit down in BuyBot Pro, so that's really, really, really useful. I'm just seeing if there's any questions. Nico, how much? I'm not entirely sure what you mean, but let me know and I can try and help you. Oh, Holly, you've put the email address in there. Yep, info@buybotpro.com is the support email. Steve, BuyBot statistics, good feature. Can you add maybe that's what Nico means, prices. Holly, do you think?
Maybe, but because the prices are changing so much, obviously it would be super difficult for us to put all of the different price changes in there. So that's probably not something that we can do, but it might be something that we can look at adding in a separate feature.
Yeah, potentially.
Yeah.
Should I write that one down? I always end up writing something down. Yeah, definitely something I guess we can look at as a separate feature. Yeah, it would change all the time, wouldn't it? I mean, the buy box changes are fairly...
Yeah.
Hello, Hamdan, you've just joined us, have you?
Sorry.
I don't think we've got any more questions on that one.
There's one in Q&A. How does the ROI being calculated and what was counted in expenses? I'm not sure that I understand. So in the settings, there is your ROI settings. So you can choose whichever ROI calculation you would like to use. And then in the settings area of BuyBot Pro, you've also got little sections where you can add extra fees and things like that. So that could be what you're talking about in regards to expenses. But if I haven't covered that, then please do let us know.
Steve's put, don't the prices reflect from Keeper?
Not every single price, no. It's not going to track every single price, and obviously with reprices these days, prices are bouncing about all over the place. In the BuyBot statistics in Keeper, I mean, they don't show. They might show the current price, but they definitely don't show the history of price. So if you just wanted the current price, then I think we could probably almost certainly definitely get that in there. Probably almost certainly definitely.
Probably almost certainly definitely maybe.
Yeah, I think we could get that in there if you just mean the current price. But in regards to like price history, that would be a lot more difficult.
Yeah.
But just the current price, I think we could definitely get that in there, no problem.
Something we can definitely look into. Yeah. I don't think anyone else has got any more questions on that one, so we can probably go to the next video. Yeah. Let's have a look. What should we do? Should we mix it up a bit? Manual sourcing accelerator, one of Holly's favorites. Okay, we'll go to the next video and then we'll be back. We'll see you in a second.
A minute.
Okay, so in this video, I'm going to talk to you about the manual sourcing accelerator in BuyBot Pro. This is super useful, as the name suggests, when you're doing your manual sourcing. It will save you so much time clicking between kind of Amazon product pages and retailer websites or wholesaler websites. And it just means you can really quickly, at the click of a button, analyze the product in the web page. So I'm just on a website. I've just randomly chosen this product to illustrate the manual sourcing accelerator to you. So, you know, you might be on Argos or Tesco or Superdrug or wherever you want to do some manual sourcing from, or let's say you're in the US, so you could be on Target, Walmart, wherever you might get your products from. Now, all you need to do is highlight the name of the product and do a right click, and then you'll see that the option for BuyBot Pro has appeared here. Now, for me, it says search on .co.uk because the default marketplace in my BuyBot Pro is UK. In order to change this, all you need to do is go to your settings in BuyBot Pro, and there is a drop down for your default marketplace. So that's why mine says UK. So I'm just going to click that button. And then you'll see that BuyBot Pro has launched the manual sourcing accelerator here on the right hand side. Now, once you're here, you can click through the marketplaces. So, you know, if you haven't got your default marketplace set to the one that you necessarily want to look at that time, you can just then click through here. But if you're going to constantly be looking at the same marketplace, it'll definitely be worth changing your default marketplace to make sure it's on that correct one. Now, then you'll see that BuyBot Pro has loaded all of these similar products here, and it's usually pretty quick for you to kind of, you know, work out which is the one that you're actually looking at on the website. So let's say I'm going to go for this one, the second one down. This is the one that I want to just look at in more detail. I might have a promotion code, or let's say I can get some cash back or something, which means I'm going to be able to buy this product really cheaply. Doesn't necessarily need to be the case. You could just be looking general products, or you might even be looking in a sale or a clearance section. So first of all, what information does this panel give you? So obviously you've got the product name here. Now, if I click on this, it's then going to open up BuyBot Pro, so I can do my analysis right here on that web page. Let's just go back one step and I'll show you what else you can see. So first of all, you've got your star rating, and if you click on the number next to that, it will open up the customer reviews for that product within Amazon. Let's just go back. Then you've got the ASIN here. So if you click the ASIN, it will open up the Amazon product page for that item. So really useful if you do want to look at that. But obviously the whole point of Manual Sourcing Accelerator is that I don't have to be going backwards and forwards. I can just analyze it right here, but it's really useful to have that link if you want it. In green here, you've got the current buy box price, and then you have got the Analyze with BuyBot Pro button. So let's just click that. And again, that opens up the main kind of analysis page of the Manual Sourcing Accelerator with BuyBot Pro. Now, of course, what you need to do here is input your buy price. Oh, not quite like that. I know it's the same as here, and it's the same as, well, it would be the same as there because that's where you're buying it from, and it is the same as the buy box price. But let's say, you know, I've chosen to analyze this one because I'm going to get some cash back, or I've got a promotion code. Then of course, click analyze. BuyBot Pro will analyze its thousands of data points, work its magic, and give you all of that amazing information that BuyBot Pro gives you in order to work out if it is a good product to pursue. Now, of course, don't forget to log into your Seller Central, your Amazon account, so that also it can tell you about whether you're eligible to sell that product and the dangerous goods and hazmat information as well. Now, the one really useful thing I want to point out is if I just scroll down here, you'll see a button that says show charts. Now, if you click that, it will open up the BuyBot Pro charts. Again, a time-saving feature and just making things a lot easier for you as the user. You don't have to go backwards and forwards between the Amazon product page. You have access to all of that amazing information in the retailer or the wholesaler website, and you can just look at it there, and then you don't have to kind of go backwards and forwards. Just click the X and it will disappear. Now, the other thing to note is that you can minimize this. So in between analyzing, let's say I've decided, you know, this isn't going to be a good buy, I'm not going to go for this one, I want to have a look around the website a bit more and find something else, I can just click on this arrow here and it will minimize that Manual Sourcing Accelerator. And then let's say I'm going to go and I want to analyze something else. I'm just really, you know, randomly choosing products here, but let's say I'm going to go for this. I'm going to right click, I'm going to click there, and then BuyBot Pro is back. Now, of course, if you minimize it and you want to get it back without doing that, you just click on that blue B and it will reappear as well. Super, super useful. Like I said, it's all about kind of saving you time and making your processes more efficient. And of course, there, you know, one thing that people don't necessarily find that fun or can be quite time consuming is manual sourcing. And I think the Manual Sourcing Accelerator within BuyBot Pro just improves that process and that kind of task no end. And I'm sure if you've used it in the past, you will agree as well. So that's the Manual Sourcing Accelerator, definitely one of our favourite features within BuyBot Pro. Back to me and Holly. We're back. I love the Manual Sourcing Accelerator.
Do you want to know something cool about the Manual Sourcing Accelerator?
Oh, go on.
You guys probably know, actually, but for everyone out there, they might not know. You can highlight the title of an item on Profit Protector Pro if you've got that, and it would, the Manual Sourcing Accelerator will come up. You can also do it in Sunfully as well. So if you guys have any of those bits of software, then the Manual Sourcing Accelerator works there as well. Which
I only very recently discovered that.
But it's cool to know.
Really, really cool. I only recently discovered that, and by accident, actually, I think. And I thought, oh, it works. Yeah, that's really, really cool. So you can do it from anywhere else as well. So let us know if you've used it, what you think. If you haven't, then I would definitely check it out and watch, you know, you can rewatch the video to give you a bit of a intro about how to use it, but really, really useful part of BuyBot Pro, I think. And like I said in the video, I think it makes it kind of, it just makes that process a bit easier, because I think a lot of people kind of get put off by manual sourcing, definitely. Right, let's have a look at the questions. So in the Q&A, so we've got Mariam, sorry if I'm not saying that completely right, you're asking about the ROI methods. So all of the ROI methods in BuyBot Pro will take into account things like the Amazon fees. But if you want to know exactly what is being included, if you go to your settings and then go to the ROI methods, there is kind of a hover where it will tell you exactly what's calculated in each one. If you still are not sure what's going on, please feel free to drop the support team an email and they can look at it in more detail for you. But it should be, all the methods will take the Amazon fees into account there. What else have we got? Tim, that's super useful when analysing your current inventory. Yes, especially when you're, like you said, Matt, in Profit Protector Pro and you want to just go ahead and analyse, you can do that really quickly. Chris, you lost us, but it looks like you're back now. I'm just going to look back through the chat, see if I've missed anything in here. I don't think I have.
If anybody has any connection issues, there should be a little button at the top of your screen that says reconnect. So if you're having any problems, just click on that and it should resolve itself.
Christian, how accurate are the monthly sales products for products? I think you probably mean the estimated sales calculator. It's pretty accurate. We've got algorithms inbuilt into BuyBot Pro that will estimate those monthly sales, the predicted monthly sales, obviously. It will, I don't like using the word conservative, but it will always be on the conservative side. So you don't have to be worried that it's going to, yes, you do mean, you don't have to be worried that it's going to predict, you know, a really high number and it's going to kind of massively overestimate. If anything, it will maybe underestimate slightly, so you can have the confidence in those numbers within BuyBot Pro. I hope that answers your question. I don't think I've missed any questions. Just having a look. No, I don't think I have. So if no one else has got any on that one, we can move on to the next video.
There's just one from Craig.
Oh, is there? Oh,
yeah, can you see it? In VA Assistant, are there any upcoming plans to be able to delete historical deal info? I'll answer that one because I don't think you know the answer to that one. It's not actually something that we're able to do right now, because the way that the system's built, if we delete some things out of there, it's going to send everything crazy for everybody and not even just for your account. Literally, like the way that the system's built, it doesn't allow us to do that. When we come to what's the right word? When we come and look at the VA Assistant Toolbox thing again, we'll definitely look at adding something like that in there. But right now, it's just not something that we can do. So there aren't any upcoming plans, but we can definitely look into it in the future.
Yeah, definitely. And then we've just had one. Paulina, is it possible to select and copy total costs? I don't think you can you?
No, not currently, but you can export to your Google Sheets.
Yeah.
So that will basically do the same, but we can look into that as well. There's lots of things that we can do, and it's always good to know what you guys actually need when it comes to your buying processes and your deal flow and things like that. So if there's ever anything that you want, such as being able to copy and paste the total cost, then just let us know and we can get those things added in there for you.
Yeah, I mean, we say obviously these are training sessions for you guys, for us to talk through the features, but they're just as useful for us in terms of being able to talk to you that actually use it, and like Holly said, being able to hear what you guys would like to be added, what you want us to look into. So it's always good to read and hear what you think. We've got one more, Mariam again. I've heard that BuyBot Pro can apply for approval instead of us. Is that true? So I think you mean ungating with that one. So in the eligibility section of BuyBot Pro, if you're not ungated in that category, you might see an auto ungate button. So all you need to do is to basically click that button, and then sometimes it will take 1 second and it will say success and you're all good to go. If that's not the case, then it will kind of take you in Amazon to where you need to be in order to then start that process to get ungated. So that's, I think, what you mean, the auto ungate button, which is really, really useful. And I know people love that as well. It's always nice when you click the button and then it just happens.
Yeah. If there's ever a red circle and no button, that means that Amazon aren't accepting any new requests at the minute. So like, it's not going to show because it can't do anything for you. So it's not that it's broken, it's just Amazon aren't letting you request it right now.
Yeah. It's nothing personal. It's just a general thing. Right. So I think that is all the questions now.
There was another one. Sorry. Does the BuyBot stats analysis take a very long time to load? It shouldn't do, should it?
No, there is. Was you going to say about the selector?
Yeah, you got to select the date range, obviously, to trigger it, and then it will bring up all the results for you. But if you are having trouble with it, then it's probably something that you should reach out to the support team about, and then they'll be able to help you with that, Chris.
Yeah. I don't think all mine have loaded because I can't see that question for some reason. Right, am I missing any others?
There is just one more in Q&A.
Well, is mine just not loading? I can't see them.
You're welcome, Mariam. She just said thank you. That's all.
Craig said, do we need to set up each VA as a secondary user to our Seller Central account? So do you want to do that? Or do you want me to?
No, I was going to say you can give different permissions, can't you? Yeah. So you basically don't need to give them access to everything that you would need access to. I'm trying to think of the wording now.
It's literally user permissions. I think. So you're going to want to give them access to that so you'll need to set them up as a secondary user, like you say, just in case you want them to be able to see whether you're eligible and whether something's hazmat, whether it's dangerous goods, whether you can sell it and all that kind of stuff. Because obviously if they don't have access to your Amazon Seller Central account, it's all well and good them finding you great deals, but if you can't sell them, then they're no good to you. So I would definitely do that. But obviously you need to make sure that you're not giving them access to absolutely everything, just the bits that they
think about what they would need, obviously, to do what they're doing for you, and then give them the right permissions. Arissa said, if the VA has flexi time work, how do you monitor their total work hours for the week? So the VA toolbox basically sits in their BuyBot Pro, and they just can click start and finish whenever they start or they finish their work. And then you, obviously, in your side of the VA toolbox, you can monitor how many hours they've been working and the deals that they've submitted in that time. That's why it's so useful that you don't necessarily have to be sitting there monitoring them, as it were, because they can do that themselves in BuyBot Pro, and then you get all of the information in your side of it: what time they started, what time they finished, how long they've worked for, how many deals they've submitted in that time, and information about the deals as well, obviously. So you can definitely monitor them that way in there. I think mine might finally be catching up. Christian, how many devices can you use BuyBot Pro? So you get 5 licenses with BuyBot Pro. So obviously 5, you can log in onto different devices with BuyBot Pro. So 5, but obviously 1 subscription cost. Tim, I always have a check that I have the latest. But yeah, definitely. If something doesn't seem to be loading maybe quite right, then definitely check you've got the latest version of Chrome, because I think quite often that's just a really quick fix, and that might potentially be why. When using the option to insert to Profit Protector Pro, is there a way to insert the wholesalers? I'll add to Profit Protector Pro. No, there isn't there, although you can then add it to your notes in Profit Protector Pro once it's in your inventory. So that's probably going to be the best way to go about that, Robert.
We're going to add the notes in there soon. It's just on the very, very, very long to-do list.
Nico, what is the VA Toolbox? So the Virtual Assistant Toolbox is almost like another mini software within your BuyBot Pro that's included in your subscription that allows you to monitor your virtual assistant. So as I touched on briefly, they can see it in their BuyBot Pro. So when they're looking at deals and they're analysing products for you as their employee or boss, they can clock in and clock out, as it were, for their shifts. They can submit deals. You can also choose your criteria for the deals. So if you have a certain ROI or profit that you want to hit with those deals, they can see that criteria, so they know exactly what deals you're looking for, and then submit the deals that sit within your criteria. So it's basically virtual assistant management software within your BuyBot Pro. Amazing that it's included in your subscription, because it's really, really useful in order to kind of, manage your VAs, but manage the deals that they're finding as well. If you have any questions, then we can always walk you through it. Check out the YouTube channel. BuyBot Pro customers also will have access to a VA course that we recently put together, all about kind of hiring VAs, managing VAs, and also training them how to use BuyBot Pro as well, which is super, super useful for people to have included in their BuyBot Pro subscription. So I hope that answers your question. Go back to the chat. I'm like flicking between the two. Comparing wholesale price.
I'll check that one out. I'll check it out now whilst you answer the other ones, just in case.
How can I install BBP Chrome by iPad? So for iPad, you will need BuyBotGO. So if you're on iPad, then you'll need to go to the App Store, type in BuyBotGO, and download it from there. And it's the app that you can have either on tablet or on phone. So that's how you'd use it there.
The top 10 sellers list. Is there any? Oh, my thing's just gone funny. It's jumped about. Where have you gone?
So we should probably answer a couple more questions and then go to the next video, just so we don't run out of time.
Yeah, sure. Right, so is it the wholesale one you were talking about, Holly?
Yeah, I'm just
You're
checking
look
that out
into.
now.
Yeah. Robert, on the VA, how would you know they're not sending to other clients? So they will be logged into your BuyBot Pro, and they will be submitting those deals into your virtual assistant toolbox. Of course, you need to have that relationship with your VA that, they're working for you and they're not finding deals for other people. But the way the software works is that they are logged in and they're submitting the deals into your virtual assistant toolbox, your portal, if you like. So the deals that they're submitting will sit in there. James, is there any detailed training anywhere on interpreting the charts? So definitely check out our YouTube channel. If you search for BuyBot Pro on YouTube, there are videos on there that will talk you through kind of interpreting and using the charts. If you've got any specific questions, then always reach out to us and we can help you. But there are specific videos on the charts that will kind of walk you through them and how you can customize them in different ways as well, and the information that they give you.
Yes. I just want to say, in regards to the iPad thing, you can't use the BuyBot Pro extension on iPad because it doesn't support it. The BuyBotGO option is a great option, but of course it doesn't show up on the Amazon listing page, so it just works a little bit differently to how the regular BuyBot Pro does. It obviously gives you the ability to scan and things like that, but because it's a retail arbitrage app, it is a little bit different to the way that BuyBot Pro works on the actual Amazon listing. So it's something you can definitely use, but it'd be a little bit of a learning curve if you've gone from doing OA with BuyBot Pro on a desktop to doing OA with BuyBotGO on an iPad. So it'll be very different from what you're going to see on these videos, apart from when we go to the BuyBotGO video. That'll be helpful.
Which might be next. That was a very good link.
Yeah.
Right, should we go to the next video?
Yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Let's have a look. Well, should we do BuyBotGO then? You led into that one quite nicely. We'll see you in a second.
Yeah.
To run you through BuyBotGO, which is the mobile app for BuyBot Pro. It is included in your subscription. There's no extra cost for it, and it means that you have access to the deal analysis of BuyBot Pro in your pocket on your phone wherever you are. So you can download this whether you are iOS or Android, so either from the App Store or the Play Store, and then you will have BuyBotGO on your mobile. So this is kind of the home page. Obviously, the main function of it is if you are in the retail arbitrage world and you're out and about and you want to manually scan products. So all you have to do is click that scan button and scan the barcode of a product, and then you can analyze it right from the go. It's obviously linked to your BuyBot Pro account. So I'm just going to go into my history and choose a product that I have analyzed previously. And then what I'm going to do is just show you exactly the information that you will get for that product. So let's just open this one as an example. I'm going to click view graph and analyze because I want BuyBotGO to analyze that product for me. And then you'll see all of the amazing information that you have. Now, if you are iOS, this might look slightly different because I'm on an Android filming this video. So there are some features that are almost there in iOS. So you won't quite have them yet, but they are just coming soon, just in case yours looks a little bit different when you do have a look at it. So at the top, you'll see that you've got the title of the product, you've got the ASIN, and you've also got that buy box price as well. And then you've got a button so you can click show similar products. So what that will do is then just list any products that are really similar, and then you can go ahead and analyze those as well. Let's just go back to that page. You've then got your marketplaces. So I've got UK selected, and you can choose any of the others, and then you can go ahead and analyze it in those marketplaces as well. So I've just clicked on the German one there, and then what it's going to do is just load the listing on the German marketplace, and then I can analyze it there too. So you'll see there that the German marketplace has popped up. We're now all in euros, so I can go ahead and look at that information as well. Let's go back to the UK. Then you've got your detail section. So you've got your BSR, you've got your profit margin, you've got your break even, you've got max sold price, which is super useful, profit, of course, and ROI, BSR percentage, and also costs as well. Now, if I click on costs, I can then see a breakdown of my costs. So you'll see I've got my referral fees, I've got my storage fee, my FBA fulfillment fees, and that then gives you a total, those Amazon total fees. I've got VAT, and I've even got prep fees and shipping costs in there as well. So then I've got my grand total of my costs. So coming back to the main page, you've also then got your discount option. So that's if you've input any discounts when you, let's say you've got a promotion code or you've got a percentage off. So you have got your discount buttons just a bit further down. So if I press 5%, for example, here, it's going to analyze and add that in. So I've clicked 5%. I just want to click reanalyze. It's input my discount. You'll see I've now got a discount of £2.75. So of course it's then taken that into account. Underneath, I've got my buy price, which is £55. I can edit that at any time. So like I said, this is a product that was in my history that I've analysed previously and I've brought up. So let's say I'm now going to get it for a different price. So let's say £50. And then I would, of course, just click reanalyze, because then it needs to take into account that I'm buying it for a slightly different price. I've then got my sell price. Quantity here you'll see is highlighted, because I just need to reanalyze that. And then I've got the VAT percentage override. You've got your toggles, so you've got your MF toggle, you've got your bundle, your EFN. Of course, I just said about the reanalyze button. I can queue or I can go straight to scan. Discount toggles I touched on previously. And then you've got all of that other information, which is crucial. So things like the IP alert, you've got the BuyBot Pro, the BuyBotGO score. So BuyBot Pro score, which is then in your BuyBotGO app. So it's the BuyBotGO score. You've got your sales, so you've got estimated sales calculator. So you've got previous is 134 for the last 90 days. You've got sales at 35, but then if you click on that, you've then got the monthly breakdown as well. And then you've got your predicted for the next 90 days. Now then you need to know your eligibility. So of course, click that login button. Make sure you log into your Amazon Seller Central, because then you need to know, can you sell that product? Are you eligible? Is the ACE in hazmat, or does it come under dangerous goods? You've then got also other crucial questions. So are Amazon on the listing? Do they share the buy box? Does it come under meltable or oversized? So of course, all crucial information to know in terms of deciding whether a product is going to be right for you, whether it's going to be profitable. Super exciting. We've then got a save in PPP button. Now this is something, if you are on iOS, you might not be able to see just yet, but it is coming soon, I promise. So all you need to do is click on this button. I then need to just make sure I've input my quantity, which is definitely correct. That's right. So let's come back down here, and I'm just going to go save in PPP again. So now it's opened up my Profit Protector Pro account, my app. So I'm in the Profit Protector Pro mobile app, which is also included in your Profit Protector Pro subscription. So definitely worth downloading both the apps if you have a subscription, because then it's you've got access to BuyBot Pro and BuyBotGO and Profit Protector Pro wherever you are. So it's opened up that product. It's got my buy price of £50, which is what I input into BuyBotGO when I said what I was going to pay for the product. And then I've got my marketplaces here. So all I would need to do is input my break even, my minimum, my maximum prices, choose my strategy, and then click save, and it's going to save that in Profit Protector Pro, ready to go, so that as soon as that product hits down in Amazon, it's ready to go and it start repricing as soon as possible. So let's come back to BuyBotGO. So then just under Save in PPP, I've got Export to Google Sheets, another really cool feature in BuyBot Pro. So you also got that in BuyBotGO. We want to make sure that obviously everything you have in BuyBot Pro, you also have on the move. You've then got your return on investment table. So this is really useful in terms of telling you the price that you would need to sell a product for in order to hit that ROI or that profit, because you might have a specific ROI or a profit in mind that you want to hit, and then you can then look at the sale price that you need to sell that product for. So let's say, for example, I've got 20% ROI in mind. So if you come down, that's position 3 on this table, I would then know that I need to sell that product for £86.81 in order to hit that 20% ROI target and have a profit of £24.31. You then also got the charts. So let's come on to the next tab here of charts. So one of the features that everyone loves about BuyBot Pro is the charts. So of course we want to make sure that you have access to them in BuyBotGO as well. So you've got the charts. You can change your duration along the bottom here, so the amount of days you want to look at. You can also customize them as you can on BuyBot Pro. So you've got your toggles here. You can toggle on and off what information you want to see on that chart. You can scroll in the chart. So as you can see, when I scroll my finger across this chart, it's giving me the exact date and time and the numbers at that point in time as well. And I can even zoom in as well. So super useful if you want to just look at certain parts of that chart and get more information. Really, really amazing that we now have it in BuyBotGO, and they're customizable as well, because that information is crucial. Then you've also got another tab here for BuyBox statistics. Now, this one obviously not the best example because I've got 100% of the buy box on Amazon, but you can then choose your duration that you want to look at. It will tell you the percentage that that seller has won the buy box. It will tell you their name. It will have a tick in that FBA column if they are FBA, and it will also give you their rating, so their percentage of positive feedback as well. Again, if you're iOS, you might not be able to see this just yet, but it is coming soon, I promise. Super, super useful to have the buy box statistics in there as well. It's in the charts section, so you just go to charts and then you just click that tab there for buy box statistics. Then let's come across to the next one, which is analysis. So this is basically your competition analysis in a tab in your BuyBotGO app. So you'll see here you've got a seller position. They have a little circle next to them, and the colour of that circle indicates the seller type. So orange for Amazon, green for FBA, that pale blue for MF Prime, and grey for MF as well. It then tells you your stock level, you've got their price, and then underneath you've got your total. So you've got your total seller stock of the top 10, which is 14 in this case. You have got a total of 3 Prime sellers and you've got 2 MF sellers. So as I said before, amazing to have that competition analysis within your BuyBotGO app. As I touched on before, I've also got history. So this is everything that I have analysed, whether it's been with BuyBotGO or whether it's been on my laptop with BuyBot Pro. So really useful to have access to that in the app as well. And you've also got a purchase tab for any of those that you've purchased as well. As the toggle at the top indicates, this is all marketplaces, but you can toggle through and it will show you which ones you have analysed in the different marketplaces. And then you've got your queue. So this is basically where, let's say you're out and about and you've scanned some products, but you're not going to analyse them right now. You just want to get the scans done, and then you want to sit down, maybe go and grab a coffee and do all your analysis. So that is where you could then queue them, and then you can analyse them once you're ready to go. So that is BuyBotGO, which is the mobile app for BuyBot Pro. I know some of you have downloaded it and you're using it and you absolutely love it. So if you haven't taken advantage of the fact that it's free with your BuyBot Pro subscription, I would definitely recommend that you download it and you give it a go when you're next out and about, or even just do some of your analysis, while you're sat at home, but it's easier just to sit there and do it on your phone. Let us know any questions. Back to me and Holly.
We're back. Hey there you are. So I just wanted to mention, I did mention it in the video, but I know if some of you are iOS and there's a few bits that you can't see in your BuyBotGO, the developers are working really, really hard to get them in there as well. So fingers crossed it won't be that much longer, just in case you're looking and thinking, oh, I can't see that. It's not that there's anything wrong. It's just that the developers are working really hard to get it into iOS as well as Android. Right, let's have a look at any questions. Right, so we had one from Paul about his top 10 sellers list, so competition analysis. Paul, is there any relevance to the order that the sellers are in? So the top one will always be who has the buy box, and then it will be price low to high after that, basically. So top one is the seller that currently has the buy box, and then low to high in terms of price. Oh, someone's just popped up in the chat. Yeah, Marianne has said, will we get to watch back on a replay? So as long as technology has cooperated with us, this will definitely be posted on our Facebook group and also on the YouTube channel as well. And on that note, Marianne, I would definitely check out the YouTube channel in general, just because there are lots more videos like this going through kind of all of the different features. So if you're finding this useful, then I definitely check out the YouTube channel as well. There was one from Tim. Profit Protector Pro button is really handy. Is there going to be a button to add to Seller Central, the seller app? This is something that we are looking into because we're not completely sure if it's doable, but it is on the list and we're looking into it. So fingers crossed, we'll see. But really good question, Tim. So thank you for that. Missed anything else? Does the app link to the desktop? Oh, that's a very good question, Holly. Does it?
So if you mean in regards to the history, then it definitely does.
Yeah.
So if you do a scan on the BuyBotGO app, it's going to show up in the history on your.
I was thinking more of like just a physical link.
Yeah, no,
That's really not good.
It doesn't link in that way, but I I can't really think of how you would make that work
No.
anyway. But no, so what you're going to need to do if you want to access a deal that you've analysed on your BuyBotGO and you want to get it up on BuyBot Pro, you would just go to your history and then you'd be able to get it up from there.
Just on the back of that as well, on BuyBot Pro in the ACE in history, it's got a little icon next to everything that you've looked at. So if it's like a circle globe icon, that's if you looked at the item with BuyBot Pro using the extension on obviously laptop or computer. Then if it's the mobile phone icon, that's if you were using BuyBotGO. So then you're able to know, oh yeah, I was looking at it on phone that time, and yeah, it helps you tell the difference.
Yeah, so like you say, if you have been on your phone and you know there's something specific that you want to look at, you can, I guess, find it quicker, can't you? Because you're looking at that icon and narrow it down quicker. So find that product, so then you can look at it on your desktop. Sandra, can I delete deals that I don't want anymore? I'm thinking maybe you mean from your history that you've analysed. That would be a no again, though, wouldn't it, Holly?
Yeah, you can delete them in the app, but I don't believe that you can delete them.
No.
I don't believe you can delete them from BuyBot Pro, no. Let me just check the app, just 1 second.
Oh, yeah, Sandra is meaning from the app anyway.
No, so no, you can't delete the scanned things. You can delete the things that you've had to purchase, but you can't delete the things that you've just scanned because, again, it's very difficult for the system to be able to just delete one thing at a time. So no, that's not something that we can do. Sorry. I was gonna
no,
start.
Go on, go away. Go. Oh, no, don't go away. I mean, go on.
No, I was just reading James's question. He says, my only gripe with BuyBotGO is having to keep logging into Amazon. I know that can be super annoying. Unfortunately, it is not something that we have any control over whatsoever. It is Amazon saying, hey, we're going to log you out of here because we feel like it. We would love it so that you could just log in once and then stay logged in forever and ever and ever. But unfortunately, it's just not something that we have any say over, really. So
we're not in control. It's Amazon.
Yeah.
Will the app ever link to Sunfully and not just Google Sheets? Is that on the card?
It's already there.
Is it? Oh, I haven't got that.
It's already there. But it may only be there for certain users that were on our original beta. So I will look into that because we need to get that launched out to everybody.
I haven't got that.
Have you not got that? Have you not seen it? Oh, wow. Okay. That is a misstep on my part.
There's me being like, is it, Holly? Yeah. It's already there.
Yeah, I'm very sorry for that. I will make sure that gets out to everybody today, 100%. Yeah, it's not there for you, Josh, but it's not there for these guys either. So
don't worry, Josh. You're not the only one.
Yeah, I will get that sorted today, and hopefully we'll get a video out about it very soon. Now Kaylee knows about it.
Oh, I know about it. I'll do a video. I'm just looking at the poll. It says, do you use BuyBotGO? So we've got 56% saying that they love it and 43% saying not yet, but they'll check it out. So that's really, really good. I always like it when people kind of go off and look at new features or try new things after you've heard about them on these training sessions. So that's really good. I don't think I've missed any questions, have I? No. Not that I can see anyway. No. So we have one more video. So we go to the last video and then we can come back and see if you guys have got any more questions.
Yeah, absolutely.
See you in a minute.
I'll catch you in a minute.
Okay, so in this video, I'm going to talk to you about the EFN, European Fulfillment Network toggle that we have recently added another option to within BuyBot Pro, and also the IOSS, the Import One-Stop Shop. So those of you who've used this before will know what I mean when I talk about this EFN toggle here, or European Marketplace toggle, should I say. So at the moment, I've got it set to EFN EU. Now, don't forget, of course, you've got a tooltip if you hover over, if you're not sure exactly what this option means. So as I said, EFN stands stands for European Fulfillment Network. Now there is an additional charged by Amazon, and this option basically allows for sellers that have EU accounts and keep their products in the EU, so in an EU fulfillment centre, and then sell their products to EU marketplaces, like the tooltip says, such as Germany, Italy, France, Spain and the Netherlands, that are within that EFN, European Fulfillment Network scheme. So this basically means that when you turn that toggle on, Buybot Pro will take into account those additional charges, because you want to make sure that when you're looking at those numbers and you're looking at your profit and your ROI and all that other important data, that all of the fees that you're going to have to pay are taken into account. So it's a true reflection of whether that product will be profitable for you. The numbers that you're looking at are, accurate. So I'm just going to show you, I'll just toggle this off for a second. So if I come down here and I look at total costs and I hover over, you'll see my total costs are £13.26, and then you'll see that there is an EFN section, kind of the middle of that breakdown, and that's obviously set to 0. Now if I come back up and I toggle it on, come back down, and you'll notice that my total cost has changed to £18.17, and you'll see that I now have an EFN fee, and I also have the EFN VAT, which is the VAT on that fee. Now the new option that we have added into this toggle, I'll show you. If you come to settings and then you scroll down to European Marketplace, you'll see here you've got a drop down. Now obviously I had EFN EU on, so you now have the option of EFN UK. Of course, if you change it, don't forget to click Save and Sync. Buybot Pro will refresh and it will change what that toggle is, so you now have the ability to toggle on and off the EFN UK. Now I'm just going to analyse. Now obviously it's off at the moment, so let's come down and look at total cost. You'll see my total cost is £13.26 and it's off, so the EFN UK, I've got nothing in that fee. So let's toggle it on, and then I come back down and you'll see my total cost has changed, and I now have an EFN UK fee of £7.30 and also the VAT, which is £1.46. Now I'll just show you again, we have a tooltip on this one. So EFN UK, this is the new option that we've added to this toggle. You've probably heard quite a lot of talk about the EFN and the UK options. So European Fulfillment Network, as I said, and this is for people that have UK accounts, but you're keeping your products in the UK. So they're not being sent into EU fulfillment centres or anything. They are being held in the UK, but you can then sell into other marketplaces that are within that EFN, that European Fulfillment Network. And by toggling this on, you know that Buybot Pro is going to take into account those extra costs, those EFN costs, those fees, so that you know that when you're looking at the numbers for a product, it's accurate. You know that any fees you're going to have to pay are taken into account, and therefore you're accurately determining whether a product will be profitable for you. Now coming down, I'm going to talk about IOSS. So IOSS, or Import One Stop Shop, we call it IOSS a lot, so that's probably what you've heard us refer to it as. Now this is for when you are a UK seller and someone from another marketplace, so I don't know, let's take Croatia as an example, buys from you and on your UK marketplace, but they're not within that EFN, they're not within that European Fulfillment Network. And this table means that then you can have a look, you can see what your VAT will be, so what Amazon will deduct to pay to that EU country VAT, that it will calculate that for you in the table, and then it will show you after that what your profit and ROI will be. So this isn't a table necessarily that you will need to look at all the time, but you will need to check it if someone from, like I said, an EU marketplace buys from you as a UK seller, but they're not within that European Fulfillment Network. If they're within the European Fulfillment Network, then you know, if you've got this toggle turned on, that those EFN fees and the VAT on that fee will be taken into account in your details section. But for those countries that are not within that scheme, this is an amazing table, because again, it means you're not selling blind. It means that that VAT is taken into account, and then you can see a true reflection of your profit and your ROI after that sale. So that's really, really important. The other things to bear in mind with the IOSS is that you can search. So let's say I start typing Croatia, you can see the others have already disappeared, and then that one has appeared here. You can also customize your IOSS. So if I come up to settings, and then if I come down, you'll see you've got IOSS settings and you've got a customize button. Now this basically means that you can change the order that they're in, you can toggle certain ones on and off, and you can even add another field as well. Of course, if you change anything, don't forget to click OK and then click Save and Sync, so Buybot Pro can put those changes in place.
So that is kind of an overview of the IOSS table, which I know, you know, so many of you and us as well were really excited when we first introduced. And then there's been a lot of talk about the EFN UK. So this is a really important toggle. And I know that a lot of you are really, really excited that we've added that in. The team have worked hard to get that in there for you. Has been a bit of a confusing process, I think, for a lot of people, and trying to get your head around it. Don't forget the tooltips there, and also reach out to the team at any point if you have any questions. But that basically means that now if you're a UK seller and you want to sell into EU marketplaces, if they're within the EFN scheme, you can toggle that on and BuyBot Pro will take those fees into account for you. Back to me and Holly. So that is EFN, Holly's favourite thing. I feel like you were living, breathing and sleeping that for a few weeks, trying to get that in there.
I liked that a lot. It was really fun. No, but it finally all came together. Amazon very much got their act together and started doing what they promised they would do, as opposed to the random fees that they were originally charging prior to the 31st of March.
As with a lot of things, we're bound by Amazon, and you've got to wait for them to start doing what they said they were going to do. I don't think we've had any questions come through apart from, let's go up to the top. Pauline has mentioned the wholesale. Did you have a chance to look at that, Holly?
Yes, I did take a look at that and I see what you mean. In putting in the additional VAT section, we've taken away the ability to change from euros to pounds. So I will look at that and see if we can get that back in, because I realise that that is absolutely very annoying and we do need it there. So it's not there right now, and it's not anything that's wrong with your BuyBot Pro, but it's just not there right now.
I'm writing it down.
Yeah, thank you.
I've got my list. I don't think there's any more questions. That's it for us for videos. So if you have any questions you want to shoot over to us, we can definitely answer them for you. Nico's off. See you, Nico. Thanks for joining us.
Cheers, Nico.
Oh, what's this? Oh, Pauline is saying thank you. You're welcome. I thought it was a question. I don't think we've got any more, so that might be us for today. As I've mentioned, definitely check out the YouTube channel especially if you're new to us, because I think it's really good to be able to kind of watch a video on each feature and it will talk you through so you know you're not missing anything. Barry, do you have the same to sell into the US holding goods in UK fulfillment centres? No,
that's not something that you can do with Amazon. If you're going to sell in the US, your products need to be out in the US. You can't sell from any European fulfillment centers and then
into America.
I mean, don't get me wrong. No, you can. That's a lie. You can, but you can't list on Amazon.com. So an American could come to Amazon.co.uk and be like, I'm going to buy this product and I'm going to pay the extortionate shipping fees. They can absolutely do that, but you can't list in America from the UK.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I think that's us for questions. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Thanks, Paul, Marion, Yuri. Well, thank you, everybody, really. As I said, fingers crossed this will have recorded and we will get it up on the YouTube channel. So if you want to recap on anything, or I know some people's sound cut out, or we've got one last question. If I enter the max buy cost as the cost, should the profit and ROI then calculate back to our default? If I enter the max buy cost.
Shall I go with this?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, so if you enter the max buy cost, into your BuyBot Pro, I understand that you're going to expect to see the same profits and ROIs and things like that, but obviously because the fees are a sliding scale, they're ever changing. It's not a case of I'm going to sell this product for any price and I'll get charged this one fee. So whenever you go to change that sell price, it's going to change the fees that you pay. So no, it shouldn't do that, unless I've misunderstood. I could have just misunderstood because I've just read it in a completely different way in my head.
We'll wait, Craig, because maybe you'll tell us that.
Yeah, maybe
that's not what I meant at all.
But if that is what you mean, then it won't work out the way that you think that it'll work out. But if you mean what I potentially think that you might mean, which is, I don't know how to say it out loud. I think that you might mean, will the buy cost or the sell cost go back to like the buy price or the other buy price that you entered? I think I don't know what you mean. I'm sorry.
You said it's about the cost.
It's about the cost. If I enter the max buy cost.
By cost, do you mean buy price?
Yes. Yeah.
So if I enter the max buy cost.
If you change your costs, it's always going to change your profit and ROI, always. Because obviously your cost's getting more or it's getting less. So it's always going to make a difference in regards to your profit and ROI. Any figures that change in sell price or buy price, it's gonna make a difference. So it's not necessarily going to go back to your default. If you mean, is it going to save the max buy price the next time that you go to that listing, then yes, it will save the last price that you analysed with. I hope that answers that question. I realised I butchered it a little bit. I'm sorry.
We'll give it a couple of seconds because I know that we're delayed. So we'll be talking and he'll be typing, we'll say bye, and then we will have gone. So we'll give it a couple of seconds, Craig, just in case you are still typing something, because I know there is a bit of a delay, but hopefully
that answered it.
We have managed to answer your question. We are always on email if you need us. That's funny.
I don't think we have any other questions. So did we do a poll for that last one? No, we didn't, did we? He's going to take a look. Yeah, you take a look, and then if you have any extra questions, then just reach out to us via email or on live chat, and we can help you.
Yeah, we can take a look for you, but hopefully what Holly has said will make sense when you look at it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for joining us, guys. It's been lovely to have you. We've enjoyed talking through things, and we will see you all soon.